everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. How's everybody doing on this Sunday afternoon? I'm doing pretty good. I just wanted to come up and chat with you about a few things today. One of them, was the game giveaway for the 3-year anniversary. Daniel Hebel, Heble, won it, and he picked the Call to Adventure game. So I'll be getting that off to him. Hopefully I'm going to get it in the mail on Tuesday, and then he'll be on his way. And then the other thing I was going to chat with you is about the big one was games that scare me off. I don't know if any of you have had it, but I'm sure that somebody must have had this opportunity. But I'll get to that in a minute. I was thinking about, because I watched a lot of Gencon 23 videos and what the people took and everything. And from what I see, 70,000+ people attended that in 4 days. Well, at my age and my medical condition, that's a little bit scary for me, because I've also even seen a contact creator said he's already caught COVID. So anyway, when I was younger, before these COVID days, I would have loved to have done that. That looks like a lot of fun. So what I do now, I watch the videos, and then I do some ordering of games that I think look fun that they picked up on, and that's how I do my Gen Con now. I've been thinking about I was looking at Dice Tower West for 2024. When I looked at the pictures from last year, it looks like that's pretty crowded too, so I'll stay away from that. Yeah, I go up to the Apple baseball tournament, but there's only like 20, 25 people, and we're in a big room, so that's so much. But anyway, games that scared me off. I was thinking about this the other night, and I was just going to go up and chat about it, and I said, well, now I'll just wait till a Sunday at 4. That's when I normally come on, if I'm coming on. It's 4 p.m. So, if you have any comments or happened to you, put it in the remarks. I'd like to hear from you about that. I'm sure I'm not the only person. And I do all different types of games. So, I picked out a couple that scared me off for one reason or another. And one of them is a war game called Hitler's Reich by GMT. I got that through one of their sales. And then after I got it through, or ordered it through the sale, I started seeing a lot of bad publicity about the rule book and how bad it was and everything. And so I didn't even open the box when it came because of that. But then GMT went through the process of rewriting the rule book, and it sent everybody that had previously purchased the game was sent free a new rule book. And I still haven't opened the box or looked at that rule book. So that one was one of the ones that kind of scared me off in a way. But they all scare me off in a different one. The other one, okay, that's a war game. You guys know I play multiplayer games also. So one of them that scared me off was number 1 on Board Game Geek for a long time, and that was Gloomhaven. And that scared me off. I got it, and I had taken the shrink wrap off, and I had looked at like in the inside. Then a friend of mine was getting ready to get his all set up. He was going to play it and so forth. And so I met him, and I helped him unbox it. And I went, oh my goodness gracious. He had the inserts from Broken Token or wherever he got it to be able to put everything back in the box. I didn't have that. And that scared me off. The amount of content in that game is just crazy. So mine sets with the shrink wrapped off and never been unboxed still to this day because of that. So, I'm sure that happens to a lot of different people for different reasons. One of the most recent ones was I'm always looking at adding new baseball games or sports games to my collection. So I was thinking about Inside Pitch Baseball. And that game has scared me off from the very beginning because of the matrix of the cards. Now, I'm used to rows and column cards, but all of the annotations on the matrix and everything has really scared me off of having to learn all of that. And what's funny about it, I guess what's funny is I have inside blitz, I have inside the paint, and I have inside the crease. And I like all three of those. So, but I still have not got brave enough yet to tackle inside the pitch with all of the different little markings they got. I watched some videos on it. The guys seem to play it, but they seem to know it fairly well. And with the amount of different games that I play, my learning, I need to try to keep the learning down a little bit. And so that was my most recent sports game that has scared me off. I'm sure there's probably some others, but I guess we all get scared off from games in a for a different reason. Normally big complicated games don't scare me off. Difficult or complex games like Gaia Project, that's like 4.5 or something like that on Big Game Geek. I love that game. So I don't know. Just thought something that I would want to chat with you about a little bit. And hope that you guys leave me some remarks and let me know that I'm not the only one that gets scared off by certain games and what the reasons are for it. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the Gencon thing, I did go and make some orders that I made, and my wallet will suffer for it anyway. I don't know why that came up on my screen like that. Yeah, and so one of the ones that I ordered is another high complex games. I got it on a pre-order. I went down to my local game store and got some pre-orders in. It's called The Age of Innovation from Capstone Games. That's in the Terra Mystica world. So there was like Terra Mystica, and then there was Gaia Project, and the Age of Innovation is supposed to be the next step up in the Terra Mystica world. So I don't have Terra Mystica. I have Gaia Project. So I says I want to give this one a try. So I had that one on pre-order. Heaven knows when it's going to come in. A lot of these games are sold out at Gen Con, and so they have to get reprinted and everything. And let's see what else I got pre-ordered. I put for the Lost Ruins of Arnak, I put the Missing Expedition on pre-order. It sold out at Gen Con too, so I knew I had to do a pre-order on that. I really like the Last Ruins of Arnak, and so I wanted to get this set. And I got the first expansion. I think it's called The Leaders. And I wanted to get this expansion too. So that's on pre-order for me. And let's see if I'm looking over here, if I can see what the other one was that I got pre-ordered. Oh yeah, it's called the Search for a Lost Species. The game looks pretty cool. I don't have something like that in my collection, so I figured I'd put that one on pre-order. The one I wanted to order is the Legendary Encounters Matrix. And I did put it on order, but I don't know when I'll ever get it. And I was disappointed because they started selling it at Gen Con, and then people started picking it up in Canada and all these different places. Well, when my local store looked at their distributors and that, they found out that it was only available on the East Coast. So I don't know when that'll come in, but I have, a lot of you probably know, I have all of the Legendary Encounters. I have the Aliens and the Predator and the Buffy, and I have the X-Files and James Bond. So, I guess you call me a completionist when it comes to Legendary Encounters or Legendary Marvel, because I own all the Legendary Marvel games, and they're all the game in all of the expansions and that one. So anyway, that's what I've been up to lately. I was looking at Gen Con, wishing that I could do something like that, but knowing that I probably never will. Getting some new games that come in down the road. I got a new game on the table right now it's a 2022 release, and it's called Encyclopedia. And it looks pretty cool. It's a worker placement with and using dice and dice manipulation. It's a points, buku points for it and everything. I almost got to learn, and then I'm going to do a 2-player game to confirm mine, and then I will probably I'll do a demo for you as either as a 2-player game, or I'll use the solo mode. Because almost all games I buy now, if it doesn't say 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 on it, I don't pick it up. I like to have the solo mode. So we got a couple people up there. Come on in and say hello. Let me know what the most recent game is you've picked up for yourself. I got still got some Kickstarters setting out there, and I got some stuff from. I should be getting some stuff in from GMT this week from their P500 that I have in the supposedly right now the what's the one? It's North Africa 41 and the CDG SoCalSabre 2 box 2 is supposedly shipping, and I haven't got my shipping notice yet, but they'll get it to me. They haven't missed me yet. Okay. I guess I covered about everything and got that off there. So please go down there and enter some stuff down in there. Enter some remarks. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And push this out into your social media channels. I see another person just came on. So I'll hang around and see if they want to come in and talk about the games that have scared them off, or what their most recent purchase or order games were. I also have a greater victory on the table. I just put out I'm doing scenario number 1 right now. I put out the video yesterday, I think it was, or today, one of the two, on turns 1 and 2. That was the battle for South Mountain in September of 1862 in the U.S. Civil War. Back in the back room, I also have Apple football on there. It's game number 2 of the 1964 season, featuring Denver visiting Buffalo. And it is at halftime, and Denver is leading 13-10. I think that's what it was. Yeah, Chatter, thanks for coming on board today. I've looked at Epic Golf several times, and I think maybe it's another one that's scared me off on. I have Apple football and Apple baseball I like, but that one there, looks like it's a little bit challenging with the learning curve. I have ASG Golf and I have History Maker Golf. Them are my 2 golf games that I have right now. So have you ever played Apple Golf before? Got the noises coming in. My son's server's acting and going crazy again. I forgot to mute it before I came on. Let me see if I can get this server to shut down without killing you guys. I'm still here. If you lost my picture, I'm still here trying to mute the server. See, Apple Golf can be as hard or as easy as you want it to be played. I've played it for 30 years or so. Well, that's been playing for a long time, so we must really like that game. Yeah, I'm sure, just like the other Apple sports, that they have the basic and they have the master football, master baseball. I've played pretty much basic when it comes to the Apple games. Sure, golf is probably something in there. I was talking about the games that have scared me off, like Gloomhaven, because all of the content in it, I bought it and I've never even took the stuff out of the box. And inside the pitch baseball scares me off, even though I have inside the blitz, inside the crease, inside the paint, and I like them, but inside the pitches scared me off because of all of the little markings on the cards and everything. Have you ever had any games that have made you shy away from them because of their size or complexity or the number of components? Sounds like we might have a little rain going on outside. If I lose my thing, it'll be because of power. If I lose the picture. Anyway, like I said, I have April football going on back there. I have encyclopedia learning on one table, and I have a greater victory, the Battle for South Mountain, on the other table right now. So anyway, let me see what we got here. Look at some non-APA games, but they don't seem to work for me like APA does. Not really scared off. Yeah, this if you've been playing APA that long, you're probably really comfortable with all of their different games. Yeah, the other ones, you know, quite a bit different. APA's nice for if you're playing basic for baseball. For it's a nice quick play game. And that's why they play when I go up to the APA tournaments in Vegas once a year. That they all it's played basic. Of course, you know, the director puts in certain other rules as far as who can play and who can't play and who can start and everything. But it's pretty much basic when it comes to the tournaments. I played a couple tournaments down in the Southern California tournaments, which is no longer being held, and they were the same way, APA base or baseball basic. Well, I was hoping to get a few more people on here today to chat about this games that scared me off thing. You know, but because I look at them, you know, I have baseball, I have sporting games, all kinds of sporting games, and I have multiplayer games, hundreds of multiplayer games, and I have war games, 100 war games, and so it takes me a while once I get one up there. Even a game, a sports game that I'm used to playing, I have to do a little refresher in my mind to get the rules back again. I have strat, payoff, pitch, and replay, but they don't hold my interest. Well, that's, you know, I guess everybody has a, you know, their different things that they really, really like. I have all three of those, and I you know, I do play them on occasion on my channel. But I would say if I had to pick the least one that I cared for the most, it's probably Strat, even though it's been around longer than payoff, pitch, and replay. Replay, you know, but I have a project going, so I have projects going on all three of those. I'm not saying that I dislike Strat, because I have a Hall of Fame season, a 30-game season going, where I drafted all of the players by dice rolls in on 6 or 8 different teams, and then I gave them all fictitious names, like of AAA, the Toledo Huns, and things like that. And then I use the cards and dice, but I also use the Strat PC to record the results, so that it takes care of keeping the stats for me. Actual golf scared me off. Cost too much, and I couldn't buy a softball bat for $100. And I could buy a softball 100 and use it for a couple of years. So I sold my golf clubs in 1990. I played some golf growing up in South Buffalo, and then I went into the military. In my time with the golf became very infrequent. And then I've had spinal surgery 4 times. So after the spinal surgery, the golf was out. So I wasn't very good at it. I enjoyed it, but, you know, it had to come to an end because of medical issues and so forth. So, okay. Well, we got somebody else that just came on some more to see if they're going to come in and give us a little chat about games that scared them off, or what did they think? Did they go to Gencon 2023? Or did they do a video Gencon like I did and ordered some games like I did? Okay, whether you're watching this now or you're watching it later, put some remarks down there about games that might have scared you off or made you hesitate to buy them or utilize them. Let me know what you thought if you want the Gen Con 2023, and I will see all of you at a later time. Appa Chatter, thanks for coming in and giving me some comments to think about and talk about. I appreciate all of you, all the subscribers. Like I said, Daniel Hebel, Heble, won the 3-year anniversary game giveaway. He picked Call to Adventure, and I'll be getting that out to him on Tuesday. So until we chat again, SoCalSabre saying take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.